Hello, my name is Salim Bakari, working with Kenya Civil Aviation Authority. Welcome to Aviation Series number 11, where we will focus on safety and a special focus on the helicopter operations. We are privileged to have Captain Jane Wambui.
Thank you very much, Salim.
What is the role of flight operations with regard to helicopter safety?
The Flight Operations Department at the KCAA deals with the oversight of all helicopter operations, and that is all air operators or any individual who would like to operate a helicopter has to come to us first so that we can determine whether they have all the capabilities to be able to conduct safe operations. And all this begins with an initial application for a certificate, and it involves management personnel who are supposed to oversee the operations. They have to have proven competencies and qualifications that are all outlined in the regulations, and these competencies and qualifications are at an international standard.
What does the Flight Operations Department do in relation to helicopter safety in Kenya?
Flying in helicopters is equally as safe as a fixed wing because the helicopter operations are subjected to the same laws, to the same regulations as the fixed wing aircraft. However, there is a difference, or I would rather say an advantage with the helicopter, considering that a helicopter can land almost any place that has a space for it. So there is that added advantage, but the safety is equally the same as a fixed wing helicopter. The helicopters are manufactured slightly different in terms of the aerodynamics and how they generate lift. A helicopter is able to conduct a vertical takeoff as opposed to what a fixed wing aircraft is capable of. It's also capable of landing directly from a high point in a vertical direction, and therefore it does not require a long runway, and the capabilities now are unlimited for the helicopter. As long as there is open ground, there are no obstacles, within just a very small radius, a helicopter is capable of operating, taking off and landing in any location. So the helicopter capabilities of being able to go to remote areas, and most of these areas are not secured or under a perimeter of an airport. Of course, it poses some risks because the public is, it's easy for the public to access these areas. And with the rotors that are moving and the delicate parts of the helicopter, that poses dangers to the public and to the passengers also in the helicopter and to the pilot. And since our work is to ensure safety for the protection of the traveling public as well the third-party public, just that possibility that a helicopter can land at a school compound or an area that is prepared that is not necessarily fenced off, such as an airport with entry points, restricted entry points to the airport, that can pose dangers, and those are the major challenges when it comes to helicopter operations outside of airports.
Where can the public report aviation incidents or accidents?
KCAA has provided a link under the KCAA website, and under e-services there is a portal for reporting any accidents or incidents, and this is called the voluntary reporting system as well as the mandatory. But for the public, they can use the voluntary reporting portal because this one does not require any registration.
What penalties are levied in case of a violation?
So whenever there are violations, there are a number of penalties that can be imposed on an operator or any offender. These penalties are listed in the schedules of the regulations. There's also other ways of penalizing an offender, and this could be cancellation of a document or an approval. There's also suspension as investigations are going on, depending on the severity. And also, once the investigations are completed, because before any penalties are levied, there has to be investigation to determine the veracity and the accuracy of the violation. It can also lead to a complete revocation of a certificate, an approval, or any document.